has. If you want a perfect example of toxic masculinity, it's what he's doing.
Yes, once again, Boris Johnson is hanging out with foreign leaders at G7. And yes, once again, to impress them, he's gone woke again. Seriously, we have a big problem. Every single time the Prime Minister, our dear Prime Minister, goes out to hang out with Justin Trudeau and Emmanuel Macron and Joe Biden and everybody else, I don't know what he gets. He gets overexcited and he gets completely woke again. He comes home every now and then and his narrative is, oh yeah, we should be fighting against these regressive liberals and, say, fight against wokery and waste in government departments. And then it goes to G7, like it did this week, and it talks about nonsensical issues. He came and said that if Putin were a woman, then the Ukraine issue wouldn't have happened. It's all about toxic masculinity.
If Putin was a woman, which he obviously isn't, but if he were, I really don't think he would have embarked on a crazy macho war of invasion and violence in the way that he has. If you want a perfect example of toxic masculinity, it's what he's doing in Ukraine.
Yeah. Firstly, we said if Putin were a woman, and he obviously isn't, did you just assume Putin's gender, Prime Minister? Did you just assume that he's male? What if he doesn't feel like it? What if today, on Thursday, he doesn't feel... Okay, the problem here is not just the fact that some people like Boris they just want to appeal to everybody. They just want to completely keep everybody happy, but then they manage to alienate all sides. It doesn't really work. He criticizes Starmer for sitting on a fence, but he's got his own fence, and it's called just standing in the middle of a road and being completely hit by all cars. And it's absolutely disgusting because, if he goes to be influenced by his friends abroad, all the leaders and prime ministers and presidents, and goes and hangs out with Klaus Schwab and says, yes, let's build back greener, let's go crazy, and then comes home and says, yeah, we need to do something about the cost of living crisis. It makes no sense. The reason I said every time he goes out there and he hangs out with them and gets woke, and now that he gets woke, his wokeism comes out. Again, last time he was hanging out at the G7, he said this.
Also that we're building back better together and building back greener and building back fairer and building back more equal and in a more gender neutral and perhaps a more feminine way. How about that, apart from anything else? So those are...
Oh my God. Yeah. You remember that? This is our Prime Minister. What is he talking about? I mean, he thinks that if he just says things lighthearted and I'm just playing around, I'm joking, it's more dangerous because one side will take you seriously, but not literally, and the other side will take you literally, but not seriously, and it's both dangerous. Make up your mind, have conviction. If you're going to be a woke liberal, just come out and be proud of it, and then some sections of society will vote for you, I guess. I don't know, probably not, because it doesn't really happen. But in reality, if you say it, what you are, if you tell us what you are, we will make up our mind. But if you're trying to pretend to be conservative one day, and then liberal the next day, it doesn't really help your position, but also the state of our politics, the cultural side of our politics. People already have no faith in the political class. Don't destroy it even more. Doesn't really help. Now we're going to come back in half an hour with more updates. Subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell next to it. That's the best way to get notified. I'm Tousi and we are the media.